Hi again. I'm so glad that you could join us for the fourth part of our series on Jonah. We've seen Jonah run away, get caught in a storm, and swallowed by a big fish. This week, we see God give some second chances. So Jonah was spat out by the fish, and then the Lord spoke to Jonah a second time. Get up and go to the great city of Nineveh, and deliver the message I have given you. This time, Jonah obeyed the Lord's command, and went to Nineveh, a city so large that it took 3 days to see it all. He walked 900 miles to get there. That's like walking all the way from Birmingham to Barcelona in Spain. This probably would have taken Jonah at least a month, so he would have had a lot of time to think. After all this walking, Jonah arrived in Nineveh and shouted to the crowds, 40 days from now, Nineveh will be destroyed. All that travelling, and he only said one sentence to the Ninevites. Even though his sermon was very short, the people of Nineveh believed God's message, and the king issued a decree. It said that all the people and animals in the city had to fast, not eat or drink anything, wear mourning clothes, and pray to God. The king told them to turn from their evil ways and stop all their violence, desperately hoping that God would change his mind and not destroy the city. God saw what the Ninevites had done and how they'd put a stop to their evil ways. So he did change his mind and didn't destroy Nineveh like he had threatened. Isn't that amazing? Jonah and the Ninevites both got a second chance, despite what they'd done. We get second chances too. Also, we see that when we do make mistakes, God can use them in his plan. So it's never too late to say sorry to God and follow Jesus. This part of Jonah also teaches us that with God's help, we can do anything. Some things seem too hard, but if God wants us to do them, he'll help us do it. Jonah couldn't understand why he had to go to Nineveh, but with God's help, he saved the whole city from being destroyed. God does the hard work. All Jonah had to say was a few words, and a whole nation believed him and said sorry. God opened the Ninevites' hearts, and they could see that they needed to change their ways. Sometimes things seem so big that there doesn't seem to be any point in praying for change. But as we see, Jonah's few words made a massive difference, even leading God to change his mind about the destruction of Nineveh after the people turned from their bad ways. We can trust God, especially when things seem too big for us to handle. Is there anything that seems too big or too scary for you at the moment? Chat to God about it and imagine giving Jesus all the things that seem too much for you to handle. He'll sort them for you, so you don't need to worry. That concludes our adventure with Jonah for this week. Join us next week to see Jonah's reaction to what happened in Nineveh.